This is the 10th year that a 9th grade winning four-way test essay has been read at our district conference. And for the first time, you will hear the first and second place essays because, number one, this gives the speech contest judges more time to reach their decision. And number two, the top two essay topics are so current and so important to students, and therefore should be to us as well. The second place winner is Aislinn Abbott from York Country Day School, sponsored by the Rotary Club of York. Aislinn?
A beautiful young girl wakes up in the morning, excitement bubbling, not able to hide her smile. It is her first day of middle school. She puts on her clothes that were neatly laid out on the floor in front of her. She stares at herself in the mirror, making sure she looks nice in the outfit she has been planning for months. She is wearing a cute plaid shirt with gray knee-high socks and a black skirt. She slips on her black boots and grabs her backpack before heading down the stairs to where her parents are waiting, with a wonderful cooked breakfast of waffles and bacon, her favorite. None of them are suspecting that this will be the first day the girl is bullied. None of them realize that today could be the first day in a chain of events that lead to the little girl's death. The nerves start to hit her as she walks up to the school door, glad she got away from her parents' embarrassing hugs and pictures. She can't suppress it, still smiling as she meets her classmates. The other kids take her in. They see a small, skinny girl with bushy blonde hair and wide, uncertain blue eyes. They see she is nervous. They see she is shy. A popular girl takes one look at her and knows immediately that she is loved, that she has everything that popular girl wants, parents who pay attention to her. She also realizes that this girl will be scared easily, and she doesn't believe she'll fight back. The popular girl walks to the front of the pack, jealousy coursing through her veins, making herself known. She taunts the small girl and spreads rumors to the rest of the children so that they will not like her either. Those who feel bad for her are too afraid that they will be bullied as well. Soon, the same little girl who bubbled with excitement to learn becomes afraid of going to school. She trembles in fear and confusion as she cries herself to sleep every night at the mere thought of facing her bullies in the morning. She hides in the bathroom during lunch. She covers her bruises and cuts with makeup. She makes up stories for those physical wounds she cannot hide. She plays happy for her parents, while inside, the sadness is eating her alive. She knows she can't tell anyone, because it will just get worse, as her bullies so often remind her. The evil coming from these kids soon reaches beyond school and spreads to her house, their taunts and virulent words following her everywhere in pictures and messages. The beautiful little girl is growing up, but she has not found the courage to face her bullies. She doesn't understand why nobody likes her. Her parents begin to ignore her. She hears them arguing at night, not once mentioning her name, as she wonders if they even care about her anymore. She wonders if she even has any tears left for crying. She begins to believe that something must be wrong with her. She must be the problem. She begins to hate herself, thinking that she is the reason for why she is alone in the world. She is getting caught in the endless abyss that her bully pushed her into so many years earlier. She begins hurting herself, certain that no one cares, that she is alone, and that she is ugly and unwanted. By the time anybody realizes what they are doing to the girl, it is too late. According to the Anti-Bullying Institute, 1 in 7 students are a bully or a victim of bullying. If this little girl's first bully had just paused for a moment and thought about the repercussions of her actions, most of this could have been avoided. If she had thought about the four-way test, she could have realized what was wrong with her actions, the same way hundreds of other people use the four-way test to decide what is right in hundreds of other situations. If she had asked herself these questions, she might have decided to leave the girl alone. Is it the truth? No. The bully made up rumors about the girl. But even if you are bullying somebody based on something true about them, such as their religion, it does not make it right. Is it fair to all concerned? No. It is never fair to ruin somebody else's life. It was not the bully or anyone else's job to decide what was to happen to that girl. Will it bring goodwill and better friendships? No. The bully not only hurt the victim, but everybody who cared about the victim. And the bully ruined her own chance to have real friends. Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Though bullying might, in some twisted way, seem beneficial to the bully, it will never be beneficial to the victim. Do not take out your pain on innocent people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Iceland. Here is a certificate for you recognizing your accomplishments and also a check for $300 for second place. And the first place winner of our district contest is Emma Hively of Red Lion Area High School, sponsored by the Rotary Club of Red Lion, Dallastown. Emma?
When making a decision, I often imagine a line of dominoes. I imagine the outcomes of my choice and whether or not they would be powerful enough to cause all of the dominoes to fall. I imagine almost every possible consequence and how it would affect my life and the lives of those around me. Everything I say or do will somehow alter the world I live in. It is only fair that I do my best in not harming it. The four-way test is an excellent tool that reminds me of my domino vision. In this test, a person asks oneself 4 questions. Is it truth? Is it fair? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Is it beneficial to all concerned? If the answer is no to too many of these questions, it is probable that the action will negatively affect someone or something. I regard the four-way test as a good moral practice that should be implemented into my daily life, a test I should have used when battling my eating disorder. When one has an eating disorder, life is anything but truthful. It is deceit, trickery, and lies. I was not any special case. I would lie to my mother about the amount of food I had eaten or how long I had exercised. I did not realize nor particularly care at the time, but I was destroying the trustworthiness and integrity I had created for myself for years. Others doubted what I said was the truth. Had I reflected on the four-way test and looked to see if what I was doing was truthful, I would have spared myself pain. It is always best to be honest, for the truth will come out at some point in time. Telling it may be challenging, but I know from my eating disorder that lying certainly did not do me any good. Being truthful is now something I try very hard to do. The question of fairness on the four-way test stands out to me the most. When something is unfair, I become angry almost instantly. Everyone and everything deserves the opportunity to receive equal treatment. Using the four-way test while I had my eating disorder would have helped me to not exhibit one of the traits I hate most, unfairness. During recovery, it was best to think of my body as a separate person. Suddenly, the thought of starving it was horrible because it had taken human form. I was not being fair to my body. It worked day and night to keep me healthy, and I was bullying it. Not only was my body treated unfairly, but so were others around me. My parents and treatment team were trying so hard to help me, but I was pushing them away. They did nothing to justify my attitudes towards them. The principle of fairness from the four-way test, had I known it at the time, would have influenced me to become decent with my body in relationships. Today, I strive to treat my body and others fairly. It is becoming more and more evident how much happier this makes me. Almost everybody wants to have quality friends and for everyone to generally like him or her. The four-way test is a good agent to use to assess whether or not one is building better friendships and goodwill. It may seem that an eating disorder only affects its host, but that is wrong. My friendships were hurt as well. I pulled away and was not as close to them. I was out of school and hardly saw them as it was. Looking back, it is clear that my eating disorder failed this section of the test. Now, I am beginning to understand that having quality friends is far more important than having a perfect body. The 4-way test has helped me to learn the importance of friendship and how to test if it is helping me. The final question of the 4-way test examines whether the action or decision is beneficial to everyone involved. Deep down, no one willingly wants to subject themselves to anything that is harmful or makes them feel uncomfortable. However, in today's society, many people continue to do what they do not want to just because it is viewed as cool. In my case, the only way for me to be cool was to be extremely skinny. I did not care if it was not beneficial to me. I also did not mind if my body and the other people in my life were not benefited by my eating disorder. As long as I was accepted by society, it did not matter who was hurt. In hindsight, I can see I was not thinking clearly. My physical health and relationships were being damaged. The 4-way test has influenced me to now surround myself with people and treatment that make me happy. I no longer push aside the thought of gaining something from life each day. In summation, putting my eating disorder through the 4-way test has taught me many lessons. I was not truthful, fair, building better friendships and goodwill, or benefiting anything when I refused to change my ways. I am a perfectionist, so I absolutely hate failing tests. This is an awful test to fail. The 4-way test is helping me to be honest, equal, kind, and to put myself first sometimes. It should be used by everyone. Not everything in this world is pure bliss. It's not even close. Perhaps the 4-way test would help all people to do their part in keeping the world a happy place. Thank you.
Emma, thank you so much for sharing this personal story with us. And here is a certificate recognizing your accomplishments and also the winner's check for $500. Thank you.